Hi, I'm Lorna from Korean with Love and I'm a trained carrying consultant. In this video we're going to look at a front wrap cross carry tied at the shoulder. So I'm going to be using Starry Night Ocean in a size 6, so this is my base size. You could use a 5 or you could go longer if you like longer tails as well. So this is a linen blend and it's from the Classics collection. Look at those lovely colours. So I'm going to start off at the middle marker because that way I know that I've got nothing twisted and everything's in place, and then I can adjust my tails. Decide what side you would like the knot at. I normally have the knot on my left side, so I want the tail on my right side to be longer, but I'll adjust that once I've got the wrap on. So I'm going to take my middle marker in the middle of my chest, my right hand along the top hem, and go place it behind me. Take both hands, lift it up and over, keeping it nice and flat and not twisted on my back. Then I'm going to gather it all from my neck to my shoulder, bringing it all up and over. And then I'm just going to drape it down my chest, and this horizontal pass is going to go underneath, and I'm doing the same thing again on the other side. So take it in, holding the hem with my fingertips, pass it behind me, both hands hold the hem, and I'm going to lift up and over that opposite shoulder. So what will happen here is it will get stuck on your leg. Just gather that up and then you can pull it across, and again gather on your shoulder. Okay, so you can see here, because of the colours, it's lighter at the top under my chin and darker at the bottom. So it's light at my neck and darker at my shoulders, which means it's not twisted. And you can see. So I want this side to be longer, so I'm going to guide this slack round my body. So I'm pushing it back until the tail is about my knee, at my knee, and then I'm pulling underneath. So you can see all that slack is going to move all the way around where I want it to go. Now it's at my front, I'm going to push it back and bring over the front. So you can start off with one side longer if you like, but I like to do this way and then I know everything's in place. So I've got a really long tail on this side and short on this side. Okay, so depending on the size of wrap you use, you might have it slightly shorter or slightly longer. So I'm going to show you a close-up of the slip knot first so you can see it before baby's in the way. So I'm going to be using my long tail. So this short one, I'm going to pin it between my knee, just so I can hold it in place to show you. So we're going to take, this tail is going to go down to baby's knee under the bum and then up. So we're going to bring it on top, over, under and up. Bring that tail right the way through. And then I'm going over and then under. So use your hand. So you can see it's kind of like a D or a C shape now. And then I'm putting my hand under here. I'm going to pass it through. And then pull that tight. So now you've got a nice slip knot. And I'm just pulling on the tails to tighten it up. So you can see this fabric goes around and ties. So this horizontal one doesn't move anywhere, it stays straight. So then I can slip my knot up and down. Okay, so I'm just going to pull that off. Now I'm going to get ready for baby. So this is a great carry to do from newborn up to toddlerhood. This was one of my favourites at newborn because it's a great way to use a really long wrap. It's one layer over baby with a hammock pass, so no cross under the bum, and also it looks a wee bit fancy without being too fancy. Ready? Wee! You say hiya. You say hiya. No. So I'm going to hold them nice and high. My hand is coming underneath. And I'm taking both legs in and then I'm sitting them in position. So he's got that nice deep seat and those knees are nice and high. then I'm feeling here. So because of the colours, I know that I'm grabbing my top, my light colour. I'm going to bring it under the bum, and then up his back to the back of his neck. So with newborns, you want to go just above the back of the neck and leave a wee bit of slack. With toddlers, they can be above the arms or underneath, as long as they're nice, it's nice and high on their back. So he usually likes one arm out, which is out already, which is fine. So then I'm going to scoop it, all the rest under the bum, and I'm making a nice straight line from knee pit to knee pit. All that excess sits in there. Extra clothes if you need to. So I'm going to feel for my top. So I know that this is my top pass, and I want to tighten the underneath one first, which is my short one. So I'm going to feel for that top hem, and I'm going to pull up and across, and you can see how that tightened there. So you've swapped your hands now, you want this hand out, which is fine. Is that yummy? Okay. So this arm is out. So I'm tightening the opposite side, which will tighten this. I'm pulling that, I'm going to support his bum and hold the tension, and then I'm going to work my way through. So kind of like a claw hand. Imagine the stripes coming all the way down. Pull from behind, bring your slack round and tighten. And just take your time to do that. If baby's wiggly, just let them have a wee wiggle. Yeah, you're having a wiggle. And then let them get comfy. So I'm pulling all the slack from behind, and it's tight. I can feel it tightening on the opposite side. Okay, right. Pushing that wee knee up, and then I'm going to hold this tail between my knees to keep that tension. So if baby has slipped to side, he's leaning slightly, which is normal. So just reposition their bum. Any slack here you can pull underneath, and that pass that you've tightened already is going to hold it in place. So now I'm just doing the same thing. Feeling for my top hem. I'm going to pull it, give a wee wiggle on my shoulder, support his bum and hold that tension. Again, I'm going to work all my way through, taking your time. Okay. You can do it perfectly and get perfect pleats, or just do it roughly. But what you want is you want to have a nice gradual tension all the way down, supporting and moulding to baby's body and to yours as well. And then you'll have no sneaky slack that will ping its way up when you start moving. So now I've got all of this in position, all nice and tightened. So I'm taking it down to baby's knee, put it under that bum. So I'm going over that leg and I'm bringing it up. Do you want to look this side? Here we go. Making sure there's no slack. Okay. So now I'm going to do my slip knot. So I'm going over, under and up. And tail through. It's going to go down on the outside. It's going to go underneath. Use your hand to grab that. Put my hand through this wee hole here. And then pass it back. So I'm just guiding everything through so I've got it nice and tight. Okay. Tighten it hem to hem. Okay. And now checking that it's into the knee pit, and if I need to, I can push it up. So that holds it nice. And you can see how this comes straight down, and it's the one that comes round and does the knot. Okay, and then if you want to, you can spread out on your shoulder a wee bit for a wee bit more comfort. And he's got both arms out there. Okay. So if you were to spread this pass now, what would happen is you would have a lot of slack and it would slip up. So it's a single layer carry, which is really nice and still supportive at this age. And he's 18 months today, so he's nice and supported and nice and comfy. Yes? Okay. So you have your nice slip knot and your tails. And now, because of the way that I adjusted my length, both of my tails are about the same length, which is quite nice. So I could use a shorter wrap, so 6 is my base size, so I could use a size 5 here, but I like a bit of tail, so I don't mind having long tails there. But if you wanted them out the way, I could just bring this back on itself, and I could tuck it in there, and I could bring the back one round and tuck it in as well. So that's not actually doing anything to hold, it's just tucking the tails out the way. Or just enjoy the swish. Okay, you say ta-ta? Say ta-ta. No.